The things that pose the greatest threats to your survival are the most real things. The most important person you meet in life is your higher self. The progression of time is inevitable, nor can it be controlled, but we can control what we do within the time available to us. You never know how much you really believe anything until its truth or falsehood becomes a matter of life and death to you. Bad men rule by the feebleness of the ruled, and this is just. The triumph of weaklings would not be just. Life was not longer something to endure, but to live. Even in the far future, never forget that you have right now. Wherever you are right now, you're just taking a break. Learn as if you will live forever. Live like you will die tomorrow. Your time is way too valuable to be wasting on people that can't accept who you are. A man can't be always defending the truth. There must be a time to feed on it. It's not the men in your life that matters, it's the life in your men. You do not write your life with words. You write it with actions. What you think is not important. It is only important what you do. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. Make a spurious division of one process into two, forget that you have done it, and then puzzle for centuries as to how the two get together. I think the highest and lowest points are the important ones. Anything else is just I in between. There's only so much emotional superglue in a person's soul that everything just stays broken. The spectacle is at the same time the mirage of self and the mirror of things. It is rare for people to be asked the question which puts them squarely in front of themselves. I just want someone to hear what I have to say, and maybe if I talk long enough, it'll make sense. My fear was not of death itself, but a death without meaning. There's always something in it for the person who is allowing to be taken advantage of. Psychotherapist David and Type 1 sociopath. Nothing can be more hurtful to your heart than betraying yourself. I saw the world from the star's point of view, and it looked unbearably lonely. The biggest mistake we could ever make in our lives is to think we work for anybody but ourselves. You only struggle because you're ready to grow but aren't willing to let go. It is not enough to show how clever we are by showing how obscure everything is. People wealth consists upon their freedom, individual resources, and good social life. Those who don't value their words will never value your wishes. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. Not every instance requires a response. Truth resides silently in the seat of power. Happiness is not the absence of problems, it's the ability to deal with them. Play around. Dive into absurdity and write. Take chances. You will succeed if you are fearless of failure. Be wiser than other people if you can, but do not tell them so. When the pain of staying is greater than the pain of leaving, you know it's time to make a change. In one drop of water are found all the secrets of all the oceans. In one aspect of you are found all the aspects of existence. Until you have suffered much in your heart, you cannot learn humility. It is the certainty that they possess the truth that makes men cruel. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is you-o than you. I don't know why we are here, but I'm pretty sure that it is not in order to enjoy ourselves. There is nothing impossible to they who will try. Maybe everyone can live beyond what they're capable of. There's more to logic than identifying logical fallacies. As a leader, you're not paid to make decisions. You're paid to get results from decisions. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. The man who writes about himself and his own time is the only man who writes about all people and all time. Many little people, in little places, doing little things, can change the world. He had a look of composed dissatisfaction, as if he understood life thoroughly. You may be the only person left who believes in you, but it's enough. It takes just one star to pierce a universe of darkness. Never give up. People are always complaining that life's not fair, but that simply isn't true. Life is extraordinarily fair. It's just not centered on you. Sorrow is knowledge. They who know the most must mourn the deepest o'er the fatal truth. The tree of knowledge is not that of life. You can't have living without dying. So you can't call it living what we got. We just are, we just be, like rocks beside the road. Every violation of truth is not only a sort of suicide in the liar, but is a stab at the health of human society. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. I wish you all very good lives. Failure always stands in our way, but we have to move forward without any fear. That's the way success comes. A daily dose of daydreaming heals the heart, soothes the soul, and strengthens the imagination. Speaking up for people who don't have a voice is important. It's the right thing to do, even if it's hard. Some things in life are too complicated to explain in any language. The money you make is a symbol of the value you create. One of the best ways to influence people is to make them feel important. Life is not complex. We are complex. Life is simple, and the simple thing is the right thing. Better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. I believe that words are strong, that they can overwhelm what we fear when fear seems more awful than life is good. A kind thought, word, or action creates infinite ripples of caring, consideration, and peace. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall come easily by what others have labored hard for. Regret is mostly caused by not having done anything. Sometimes you recognize truth because it destroys you for a bit. Understanding is a three-edged sword: your side, their side, and the truth. A hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself. I can't really act the way I want to act or say what I want to say all the time. And a lot of times, I cover that up with a smile. Trust the soul above all things, for it is made by the divine hand and woven with threads of truth, eternity, and light. Few among men are they who cross to the further shore. The others merely run up and down the bank on this side. We follow the codes not because they bring gain, but because we loathe the people we would otherwise become. Now I've gone for too long living like I'm not alive, so I'm going to start over tonight, beginning with you and I. Live out of your imagination instead of out of your memory. In those moments, it's hard to remember that an angry voice is an invisible thing incapable of drawing blood. You don't know me. You know one me, just like I know one you. And you can't know every me, and I can't know every you. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. Every life has a destiny. The trick is to discover it before the end of your life. Otherwise, you will have too many regrets. We have now sunk to a depth at which restatement of the obvious is the first duty of intelligent men. Success always hugs you in private, but failure slaps you in the public. It is man's natural sickness to believe that he possesses the truth. The only faithfulness people have is to emotions they're trying to recapture. Don't be afraid of criticism. The tallest trees are always confronted by the strongest winds. No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. You don't get respect if you don't deserve it. Guard well your thoughts when alone and your words when accompanied. I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. Luck is a word used to describe the success of people you don't like. Everyone kept telling me not to worry, someone will do something. No one did, so I became someone and did something. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. It is easier to be wise for others than for ourselves. Real magic can never be made by offering someone else's liver. You must tear out your own and not expect to get it back. Truth is a hard master and costly to serve, but it simplifies all problems. Most don't deserve your tears, and the ones that do will never make you cry. Strange, I thought, how you can be living your dreams and your nightmares at the very same time. The trouble is you can shut your eyes, but you can't shut your mind. One morning you wake up with more life behind you than in front of you, not being able to understand how it's happened. If you believe what you like in the gospel and reject what you don't like, it is not the gospel you believe, but yourself. Every man has his secret sorrows which the world knows not, and oftentimes we call a man cold when he is only sad. You can recognize a small truth because its opposite is a falsehood. The opposite of a great truth is another truth.